Hi, everybody. My name is Lisa Ascoli, the inventress. My business is Inventing A to Z. At Inventing A to Z, I work with clients to take their products from concept to fruition, from a napkin idea all the way to the marketplace and everything in between, the right way. If you want to contact me, email me, lisa@inventingatoz.com. My website, inventingatoz.com. Hi, everybody. I'm Lisa Ascoli, the inventress. Welcome to my podcast. Hi, everybody. This is Lisa Ascoli, the inventress. Welcome to the Inventress Podcast. And thank you for coming back every week to listen to our amazing shows and fabulous guests. You know, it's been a while since Brittany's been on the show. We miss her truly, 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 and she will be back. We know where we're at today with this crazy pandemic. So we are doing our social distancing. I miss my daughter so much, but we will be back in the studio together very shortly. But in the meantime, I have one of the most spectacular guests. Oh my gosh, jumping out of my skin. How do I make this introduction? It's bigger than life. She's bigger than life. She's a goddess. She's a queen. She's everything. She is a mentor, a professor, a teacher, a mother, a wife, a good friend, a sister, a great daughter. She is CEO and founder of Get Your Goddess, my good friend who I love dearly, Audrey Davis-Dunning. Welcome, Audrey, to our show, girl.
OMG, thank you for that lovely, lovely intro. I am doing cartwheels right now. I love it. Thank you.
Well, I'm doing cartwheels to have you on my show. You kidding me?
It's an honor to be here. Are you kidding me? Oh, I love it.
Listen, I know how busy things have been. How are you, sweetheart?
OMG, I am well, and busy is the key word. And it's so funny how we can be in this situation. You have one version in your mind of how it's going to play out and the way your day is going to go. And it is just like, I feel like I'm busier than ever.
Amen.
Crazy.
Amen. And it's true. And I'm sure you are. I mean, I tout you so highly. You know, you're one of the most amazing women I've ever met in my life, and just a wonderful mother, and just everything. I talk about that. You're a teacher, and I know you're homeschooling your son now, and you know, teaching the children that you mentor and the adults you mentor, and you have so many balls in the air, girl, and drumsticks and drums in the air, and music in the air, and power and achievement and movement and all that stuff. You have so much going on. So I just want to first of all just embrace you with my love and hugs and kisses. We can't do that right now personally, but you know that I'm hugging you and kissing you and loving you.
Absolutely. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. I certainly feel it. And I love how you infused all the Get Your Goddess principles just now. I might
have left two out. So Audrey, let's talk about you. So I introduced you this way, but everybody doesn't know who I'm talking about when I say, the whole world should know who you are. But everybody does not know. So I want to talk about you and your Get Your Goddess, and what you do for people and how you inspire others in everything that you do. So you start where you feel that you want to begin.
Oh, fantastic. Well, thank you so much. I am so proud to have founded this women's empowerment organization called Get Your Goddess. And every time I say that, I literally reach out my hands and grab in the air, Get Your Goddess, Get Your Goddess. It is so my mission to have every woman firmly believe in the depths of our heart that she is a goddess all day, every day. No exceptions to the rule. No exceptions to the rule. So Get Your Goddess is a way that I spread my message about all women being goddesses. So every time I do my post, there is the hashtag all women are goddesses. All women are goddesses. Because, I really wanted to create something to counter the messaging that women get again and again and again that tells us in subtle and not so subtle ways that there's something wrong with us, that needs to be fixed, something that needs to be tweaked, something you're not on top of.
Yes.
You need to do that. And it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot. And from dealing with women of all ages, Lisa, as you shared, I'm an educator. I used to run an after-school program, and then since then I've been in higher ed for over 25 years. So I have had students from ages 6 all the way up, and regardless of their age, women get this message in their heads that they're not pretty enough.
Why? And why? Why? Why?
Why
does that happen?
Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn on the TV, you go on social media, there's these images that aren't always realistic or attainable. You flip a magazine. What are you doing about your wrinkles? What are you doing about your stomach? So it's constant. And then, dare I say it? Sometimes the messages come from within your family.
I was going to say, girl, if you're listening to your mom, your aunt, your sisters, your whomever, and you're just used to saying it. And believe me, I'm guilty of saying the same thing. Like, whew, little love handle over here. I tried my best never to say that in front of my kids when they were growing up, because I understand how that works, and they pick it up. They pick that. They pick it up. So the love handle, that's you shouldn't have that. That's not pretty. Like, you need to embrace that love handle. Sometimes it holds up my jeans.
How about that?
If I didn't have that, my jeans would be falling down.
I'm telling you, and you're right. We're all guilty, and it's because we've been ingrained to do it. It's like second nature. So Get Your Goddess is what I like to call a clap back to that message.
Love it.
And that's why I use the word goddess, because goddess is a big, bold, juicy word.
It is. It is huge. Goddess is giant. I don't think it gets any bigger than that.
Yes. So Get Your Goddess is an opportunity for women to create a whole new vision of themselves. Not as someone who needs to lose weight or who needs to worry about her wrinkles or who needs to fill in the blank. It's like, I am a goddess. Period. Point blank. Thank you and good night.
All of this. I have to tell you something really cool and funny, and just, I think because of the way my parents also raised me, my mother, I guess she was in her 30s or whatever, and I would see when she had her bra on, she had the little rolls in her back, and I would rub that, like touch it and go, wow. I was very, very skinny when I was little. I was very, very skinny. And I loved everything about my mother. I looked at my mother like a goddess. Every part of my mother and my grandmother, I was like, wow, they're so beautiful. I didn't even know, when you talk about chubby or fat, I did not. Every part of my mother and my grandmother were so beautiful. And I would just say, wow, this is insane. I can't even believe I want to say this out loud. I would say, wow, I wish I had that someday. And it was a little roll on my mother's back.
Yeah.
It was a little roll on her back. I was like, wow, that's so cool that my mom has that. And I can't wait to have it. And it's nuts. I think this is the first time I'm ever saying this. And I'm saying it to everybody in the world. America.
And you know what? It's beautiful because it's so true. Mommy goddesses out there. Listen.
True.
you look at yourself in the mirror, whether you wince when you look or you poke, in an unloving way, the junior goddesses, the baby goddesses, they are watching you because they truly believe that you are everything. You are a goddess.
Yes.
So if you say there's something wrong with your fill in the blank, your stomach, your thighs,
anything,
whatever, they are listening intently and they're like, oh. Well, I think you're the most beautiful thing in the world. So it's so deep. It's so deep. So get your God. We provide other things for you to say in the mirror. One of the favorites in the Get Your Goddess community is, you know what it is, right?
Come on, girl.
Masterpiece.
Amen.
From every angle, I'm a masterpiece. Masterpiece.
Yes.
From every angle, I'm a masterpiece.
Woo!
Yes,
and yes, we are.
Message. That's a
message. Yes, indeed. We are. And you have to remember to say it every day. And as I said to you before, I have your mirror. I have my grandmother's mirror. And we talked about that before. My grandmother had an Avon mirror. It's probably 50 years old or more than that at this point. You have a mirror that you have always at your events that you share with other women, and you give them this mirror and they look in the mirror and you give it to them intentionally so they can look at themselves and realize how beautiful they are. So every time I look in the mirror, and I've said this to you before, I think about you, and that's every day.
I love it.
I do. I think about you, and especially when I want to criticize, like there's a little something growing on the side of my face. I'm like, okay, it's a masterpiece.
It's a masterpiece. Embrace it. Love it up.
Yes.
I have to tell you, one of my proudest Get Your Goddess moments, and there's so many, because the community is we share, we talk, and I remember one of the women called me after one of my sessions, and she said, I have to tell you something. Do you know, in the first time, and for her instance, it was for the first time in 10 years, I looked in the mirror and really looked at myself. She said, I would never look at myself. I would put up, and she was crying. It was a breakthrough for her because she gave herself permission to look with love. She was scared to even look, so she was so thankful. I mean, even thinking about it, I get teary just thinking about it. It was such a powerful moment because it runs so deep in women. This beauty thing, the second principle of Get Your Goddess is beauty. That beauty principle and, our perceptions of what we perceive to be our lack of beauty, the damage it does.
Yes.
We place on ourselves behind it. So
yes,
that's one of the most powerful, feedback moments from Get Your Goddess. Yeah.
Oh my God. When you instill that, you know what? And you do it so gracefully and so kindly and authentically. You're just not talking the talk. You mean it. And when you're authentic, Audrey, like which you are, it's easy for people to take that advice from you and that commission and guidance from you. And this is why you teach these classes. And I want you to go ahead and give us all of the principles. We have the masterpiece of beauty, and I could tell the rest because I am a masterpiece and I know the stuff, but I want you to say it. Give the rest of the 5 principles.
I sure will. So Get Your Goddess is based on 5 key principles that are the center of my curriculum. Because, I have that professor piece, so, there's a curriculum, there's a lesson plan, it's a whole situation.
Love it.
So the 5 principles that help women get their goddess are, number 1, power.
Amen.
Power. Acknowledging your personal power and being totally open to showing it to the world unapologetically.
Love it. Love it.
And then the second principle is beauty. Beauty. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about your beauty. Let's begin to acknowledge what it looks like and your unique structure. Everybody's beauty package is different, but it's perfection.
Yes.
So we spend a lot of time with the mirror work, as you know, and really delving into beauty and how your lack of beauty limits your legacy. And when I first say that, people say, what do you mean limits my my legacy.
Mm-hmm.
I said, listen to this. And this is my favorite example because people get it when I say this. How many times have you extracted yourself from a picture because you have determined that you don't look cute? You're too fat right now. You thought, no, don't take a picture of me. Don't. And you don't realize you've been doing that for years and years and years.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed.
And then,
well, now we have edit mode on our cell phone. We got edit. We can streamline. We can Photoshop. But then when they see you in person, it's like, is that the same person? So you just don't edit. Do yourself a favor. Don't edit yourself.
Don't edit and be every picture. Be in each and every picture. Because here's what I tell them. Lisa, fast forward 2 or 3 generations. And everybody's like, oh, everybody talks about my great grandmother Lisa. Everybody keeps talking about her. How come I don't see any pictures?
Yes.
And then somebody's going to have to turn to that child and say, oh, the reason we don't have any pictures of your great-great-grandmother Lisa is because she thought her thighs were too big.
Yes. Yes.
She thought her stomach was too big, so that's why
yes.
you don't have pictures. And when I say that, people kind of realize, I said, you are erasing your own legacy.
You are your history, your legacy. And you know what? I say this to my children all the time. I mean, kids don't want to be in pictures for different reasons because they know I'll put it on social media and I'll be bragging about them. They're like, Ma, really? But I'm like, okay, there's nowhere else. Well, how many of us put pictures in picture frames anymore? So I take pictures because I love the history. I want my children to show, like you're saying, show their children, I take pictures because I love the history. So you're absolutely right. And people hide because they're not, like you said, they feel too heavy, or it's just not a good shot, or it's not, but you're right. You just got to be proud of yourself in every space that you're in. And it's not always easy to do that, Audrey, but you help people to do that in the classes that you teach. And you teach self-worth and self-love, and you teach people how to just embrace the space that they're in, which this is the reason why I'm at everything that you do always. But keep on going, girl. Let's talk about, you make me bounce around.
Okay, all right. So we did number 1, power. Mm-hmm. Number 2, beauty. Number 3 is the movement principle. Mm-hmm. Movement is life. I always say movement is life. And movement is one of the key ways I get my goddess. And you know what, Lisa? Women, listen.
Yes.
Getting your goddess is a daily practice. It's a daily practice. Take a principle a day like a vitamin. Take it every day like a vitamin. You have to intentionally have that conversation with yourself in the mirror about you being a masterpiece. You have to be intentional about goddessifying. That's a word we made up in the goddess community.
I love it.
Goddessifying your
I love it.
You have to goddessify the situation. Every situation you're in, I don't care if you're standing in an elevator, you're stuck in the elevator, how can I goddessify this situation?
I love it. Oh, that's awesome, because I don't love elevators. So from now on, when I'm stuck in an elevator, well, God forbid, but if it takes a couple of seconds for the elevator, to move fast enough, I'll be like, my issey miyake smelling good. I smell so good. I look good. I smell good. I have power. I have all these things. No, you're right. You have to focus in on the goddessify. I love it. Okay. All right. So we got number 3, movement.
Movement, and I can't talk about movement without talking about the movement division of Get Your Goddess, which is my African dance classes.
Oh, please. Let's talk about those.
Yes. My African dance classes, they're now moved online because of our situation, but African dance was critical in helping me get my goddess.
Yes.
The powerful movements that I call those steps, those are ancient steps. Those are the ancient steps of my ancestors. They are powerful. They make you feel beautiful. And I have to say this because this is the most significant. When you go to an African dance class or African dance performance, you will see dancers of all shapes and sizes killing it.
Yes.
Killing it.
Yes.
So your perception of your and what you have to look like to be a dancer totally shifts, and it just frees you. African dance freed me on so many levels. I'm forever grateful.
Girl, listen, I've been to several of your African dance classes. Now you're doing it virtually. And
Yes.
you really do. It's a great workout, I have to say, number one. And you sweat. And
Yeah.
they're beautiful movements. And I love that there's a history behind some of them, many of them. And as I mentioned to you, you had a dance class recently. I don't remember the dates because all the days run into each other. But you had one a couple of weeks ago, and you were naming them, and you named one of them, and it was Cuckoo, and I remember it, and you were very proud of me for remembering it because I said, Audrey, remember the reason I remember is because I'm cuckoo, and I realized, and the cuckoo had a story behind it. The cuckoo was a husband. Wait, and this wait. Let me tell me if I'm listening to my classes properly. The husband did something, right? He went. Well, the husband did something. He went out and he worked. He brought stuff home, and that's all I cared about. He went out. He brought stuff home, and I was like, oh, I like that. That's why she went cuckoo. She was happy that her husband went out and he went shopping. I was like, wow, he went shopping. I go cuckoo too if my husband went shopping.
Yeah, he went on a fishing expedition.
Okay,
very,
I'm
very
close.
Successful and brought back an abundance of fish. And then there's the cuckoo dance that is done with movements that simulate a woman carrying a big basket full of fish and
Love
the
it.
joy in the village because everybody's going to eat good. And
Love it.
Great dance. And the moves, though you can't do cuckoo moves and not feel great. It's a happy dance. It's a happy dance.
That's awesome. That was my favorite. You had many. You had many dances, and they were all. And I was feeling my waist was feeling like a little, like I lost a couple of inches. I was like, ooh, I feel tight. I'm feeling good. I really did. I felt so in shape the next day. I really did. It felt great. All of the movements that you did in your dances. But so that was the one that stood. You have many, but that was the one that stood out the most because of the name Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, yeah, people love cuckoo. So yes, that is the third principle, movement. The more you move your body, the more you love your body.
Okay.
And you feel good, and it lasts, and it lingers, and it doesn't matter your size. You move 3 days in a row, you swear you're an Olympian.
I'm feeling. Oh, that's how I felt. That's how I felt. I felt like that like 15 minutes after we did it. I felt like, well, I can do anything. If I can do the cuckoo, I can do anything.
Yes, you feel invincible. So that movement.
That movement, yes.
And get your goddess, and there's a move for every principle. I mean, goddesses keep moving.
Yes.
For every principle, there's a move. So when we come to our events together, we move, we
Amen.
dance.
We do.
Yes. Which brings me to your favorite principle number 4, which is music.
Woo! You know that. I don't start my day without it.
Yes, the music. Oh, the music can heal. It can change the vibration. And I say, talk about using music to take you higher. Use the music to enhance your goddess. Listen to songs that talk about women's empowerment and beauty, or just make you feel good and want to shake your waist.
Oh, yes.
Get your goddess energized and going. So we have goddess playlists for every principle.
I love it. Yes, you do.
So music is good. And then the last principle, last but certainly not least, is the achievement principle. Because every goddess in her heart of hearts has some quiet little dream that she has not even dared to utter. That is just sitting there, and she hasn't given herself permission to do it. She might be scared. She may fill in the blank for the reasons why.
Yes.
We help her open up her hand and look at that dream, and then speak that dream, and then we as a community help her usher that dream to achievement. Because when one guy achieves, it's a win for us all.
You got it, girl.
Yeah.
That is so true, Audrey. Truer words have never been spoken. And if everyone just knew that and spoke that truth into existence, like everything else you said, you have it. You already have it. God put you here to have all of these wonderful principles that Audrey, pronounces: power, beauty, movement, music, achievement. How it's not difficult, especially when we join, girl, especially when we join your classes. You are the reminder. You elicit all of this amazingness in all of these women. So let's talk about some dates that you're doing these things, when you're doing this, so we can all be a part of it.
Yes.
What's the next thing coming up?
Okay, the very next thing coming up is the African dance class, the online African dance class that I lovingly call African Joy, because it's just joyous. From beginning to end, it's joyous. That's going to happen July 11th at 2 p.m.
July 11th, okay.
Yep, that's a Saturday. Saturday, July 11th at 2 p.m. We rock out from 2 to 3, and it's such a great experience. And it's just a love fest, a movement fest, a goddess fest.
Love it.
Yeah, so go to getyourgoddess.com and you'll see how to register and sign up. You will have a blast, and learn some really excellent moves that you're going to grow to love, for sure. So that's that. And the other thing that I love to do is happening on Tuesday, July 21st at 8:30 p.m. It is a series that we do at least once a month called Goddess Unscripted. And I tell you, it is an opportunity for all of the goddesses to gather, and we share what we call Goddess Good News. That's the opening segment.
I love that. I mean, let me back up and talk about how I love the dance class too. I love that. I love that so much. Love it, movement, all that. And but I just have to say that also, Goddess Unscripted is so wild. So not wild and crazy, but just so awesome, because it just gives women or whomever joins a moment to express themselves, and it's so organized and so structured. I have to say that to you too, Audrey. Shout out to that. It's very organized and very structured, and it's not just people shouting out different things. It's just an opportunity for women to listen and just take in the beauty of other women and their conversations. I love it. I love Goddess Unscripted.
Thank you so much. And that background, that education, that that's a teacher piece, that after school, love upon the kids piece, all of that I bring to Goddess Unscripted. And yesterday, one of the ladies, because I had a Goddess Unscripted just yesterday, so I'm still riding the high of that.
Love it.
She said, she referred to it as sacred space. She said, every time we get together, this is sacred space. And it just touched my heart that she felt that way about it.
I was there, girl.
Yes.
I was there. And I was just quiet. I sat back. I was like this. I just drank my tea and I just listened. See, that's the other thing about Goddess Unscripted. You could just sit there. You don't have to say a word. You could just listen to all of the wonderfulness that people have to offer. And you're just saying, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt that, but I just had to say, because it was just so beautifying. But go ahead, Audrey. I'm sorry.
No, thank you so much. I'm just drinking it in and so thankful of how it's received by the community and how the community comes out. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful experience. And, when we get together, it's very informative because, again, I'm teaching and I'll bring in special guests and we'll, hone in on a particular principle. But the thing that is so delicious about Get Your Goddess is, yes, there's teaching and there's information, but the way we do it, it's goddessified.
Yeah.
It's goddessified. It's not like anything people have experienced, because we bring a goddess vibe to the whole situation. So you're learning and getting some really good, valuable information, but the way we do it, darling, totally goddess.
Yes, and yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I love it so much. You just bring, you know what? You bring tranquility, man. You do. You just bring this whole tranquil spirit, and that's what I always say that the type of person you are, you begat the other people like who you are. You know, like my grandma would say, you are the people you surround yourself with. You know, you just do.
Yes.
You are. And you bring that wonderful spirit, and that's what you do, and that's why you bring such a beautiful element of people. You even had a couple of men in your last dance, your movement, your
Yes.
last.
Yes.
You did.
Absolutely. And
You
that
did.
just warms my heart. Yes.
And they
'Cause
seemed quite comfortable.
yes, they could come to our African dance class and get their moves on as well. And it was delightful. It was delightful. But speaking of delightful, I'd be remiss if I did not share with you the thing that has brought me the biggest delight lately, my latest delight, are my junior goddesses, my babies, like 11 to 13 babies, my junior goddesses. I have two training programs. I have the training program for my grown goddesses. I call that the unapologetically goddess training. Yes. And then for my babies, I have from girl to goddess.
Oh.
And yes. And
you know how important that is?
Yes. I just graduated two junior goddesses. They graduated out of the girl to goddess program, and their mothers just enrolled them in my next level for the junior goddesses, which is called growing up goddess.
So important. Congratulations, Audrey. Audrey to you, and congratulations to them. You know, I wish I had something like this when I was growing up, and just, you know, it's just such a blessing to have you doing what you, and I think you're the only one. I think you're the only one who does what you do. So you guys, you better sign. Well, you are in every way.
Oh, thank you, my love. It's an honor to know that parents trust their most valuable asset, their kids. Because you know how mommies are. I'm a mommy goddess myself, you know.
Yes, you are.
It's no small thing. So I take it very, very seriously, and I'm honored and humbled that they not only trusted me with round one, they're like, yes, and let's continue round two, let's go. And I'm like, yes,
yes, yes.
Those girls are phenomenal. Those girls are phenomenal. So
let's repeat, because I think we only said it once and people are just hopping on or listening for the first time. Your website, your social media, how do they sign up for your classes and everything, and subscribe to all of your newsletters? There's so much here.
Yes. Goddesses, listen up. Go to getyourgoddess.com. That's it. Getyourgoddess.com. That is my website. There you can join our email list. And when you join the email list, you will get my newsletters that are full of my goddess affirmations, my videos, as well as my calendar of events. That's my African dance classes. That's my Goddess Unscripted. That's my special guest speakers. And, I got some good things cooking up. You have no idea. You need to get on this list. You're going to hear about it after. You're going to be mad.
Now, Audrey, you know what? I have to ask you, how you stay so motivated, so inspired. You're such an inspiration, as I said, to so many women and men. How do you keep yourself inspired, especially during this time? We're going through, no doubt, we're going through a very sometimes desperate time where we're not always happy, we're not always up. How do you keep your motivation? What is your what's your advice to these goddesses out there to do what they need to do to create happiness, or I don't even know how to put it, but just to be in a place that they're not so down on themselves? And we talk about body and all the stuff, but we're not necessarily getting dressed up every day, and we're not looking our best to ourselves in the mirror. What's your advice to women? How do you stay up? What do you do?
Let me tell you what I do, Lisa.
Okay.
I follow my own curriculum. I swear to God. I tell the goddesses, ladies, I have to get my goddess every day just like you.
Love it.
These principles that I use as the foundation of my curriculum, these principles help propel me into my goddess self, truly,
I love it.
truly power, and everybody's power. Your power might be anchored from your relationship and the love that you share. For me, my power got anchored in diving deep into my African culture. That
Oh.
Power all the way up. For somebody else, it might be diving into their artistry. But let's talk about your power and get anchored there. I say, go to the principles. Go to the principles. Do you need your power pumped up? Is it a beauty issue where, you know what, I'm not feeling like my most guided self? What needs to shift here? Is it something I'm saying to myself that needs to shift? Maybe I need to put on some lipstick. Maybe it's a cute pair of earrings. A cute pair of earrings will do it for me every time. You know?
Yes, indeed.
The principles hold me down. That's why everything I do, I never shut up about the principle, because the principles set me free. Movement, move around. Dance, it doesn't have to be, because, sometimes when people think of movement, they think it has to be an hour committed to some class.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be. If you can do that, great. But movement, and you know this, Lisa, can be putting on your favorite song and prancing around for 2 or 3 minutes.
That's right.
Your energy will change.
Yes.
Your energy will change.
Your attitude, everything. Everything. And sometimes you fight not to do it, because sometimes we're in a mood, we're like, I just want to be mad. I just want to be upset. I just want to be pissed. Put on the music, ladies. Put the music on, and gentlemen. Put the music on. Because it does. It changes everything. You're absolutely right.
Everything. When you lose your faith, like right now, when people are questioning and looking for direction and things are so uncertain, God has said she has rediscovered her love of gospel music, because now that is really fortified her. So go to the principles, and then the last principle, achievement. Use this time. What do I want to achieve? Like, really, what do I want to do? What do I want to do? And it doesn't have to be a big thing, because achievement sounds so big and lofty. Yes. It could be like, you know what? Every day I'm going to be up and dressed by 10 a.m.
I love it.
Achievement for the week. And then it's like, you know what? I'm going to start journaling. Just go to the principles, because once you have an anchor and an intention, and knowing that guidance is a daily practice, you have to actively that's why it's called get your guidance. You got to get her every day. Get her every day.
And you know what, Audrey? I love the way you put that, because you're not overwhelming yourself. You don't have to do that. Right. You pointed out anchoring something, anything. When you talk about power, what is the power that you want to achieve? And it could be anything, big or small. It doesn't have to be, like you said, unapologetically, anything personal. Like you said, lipstick. If you just want to put on lipstick, well, you said that for beauty. But anything, put on a pair of earrings, just like, putting on a hat, or doing something that you do different. It doesn't have, there's no pressure with what the lesson plan that you're giving, and the guidance, and the, just the enthusiasm which you are giving. And I love that you delve deep into each thing. When you have your classes, it's not just a superficial, like right now, we're talking superficially now. It's nothing superficial with us. There's deep love, but we're talking on the surface about just things that Audrey is touching on right now. So all of you listeners, Audrey's just scratching the surface of all of the things that she talks about in her Get Your Goddess classes, and the teachings of being a goddess. And so this is just such a wonderful thing that you do, Audrey. And I'm so grateful for our friendship for all of these years. I can't believe how the time has flown. And even that, wasting time, when you think about time, wasting time on things that you didn't like about yourself. 6 years goes by, 7 years goes by so quickly. When you can have the Goddess Unscripted, and you can have that in no time, in weeks, couple of months, but you'll stay with her for a lifetime. And just understand, right? Understand the principles of how important it is to love yourself. Know your beauty. Know your power. Know what it means to move. Know what it is to have music in your life, an achievement. And we can all have that. And we deserve it. We deserve it.
And we can do it goddess style.
We could do it goddess style. I love it.
Yes. My grown goddesses, the results they get out of my training, we get real results. We're talking about new jobs, new businesses, enhanced relationship and romance. It's just, because you are it. Everything emanates from you.
Yes.
So when I have my private clients who do the goddess training with me, believe me, I'm about results, okay?
I know you are. You don't stop.
They get it. Yes.
You're unstoppable. And you're unstoppable out of love.
Yes.
You're unstoppable out of love. And that makes a difference, honey.
Yes,
you know,
yes. I love up on them, but I lovingly push them toward their greatest goddess self, because when you unleash your goddess, man, women become who they were meant to be.
That's right.
All of their glory.
You just have to, you got to remind them like you do. And you do. You remind us in love, in compassion, in care. And Audrey, please, one more time, please give a shout out to all of your, well, if they go to your website, they'll see all of your social media platforms and know everything that you're doing coming up. And but I just want to, again, thank you for everything that you do. And we're not wrapping up yet. So don't think you're getting off that quick.
Oh, no, I love hanging out with you, and I love saying, go to getyourgoddess.com, get connected, and going back to your question about what do you do on a daily basis, because goddess truly is a daily practice.
Yes,
ladies,
yes.
Get your goddess Facebook, get your goddess Twitter, get your goddess Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Every day I have a little tidbit of goddess inspiration for you. Go and get your goddess vitamin. Get it.
Amen.
Get it.
Amen. Woo!
So you could go to that, you're checking out the social media and getting your little goddess vitamin, or you can dive deep and be like, listen, I want get your goddess training. I want unapologetically goddess training. Because the thing that's so delicious about it, Lisa, and you could ask any of my clients, it is highly customized. Does everyone leave knowing the principles? Of course.
Absolutely.
But the way it's applied to each goddess is so different, because every goddess is different. But everybody gets what they need and then some.
You know what? You are vitamin everything. A, B, C, D. Too many alphabets. But you, for me, you're all of the letters in the alphabet for me. You really are. All the vitamins for me.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
before we wrap, and I could talk with you all night long and just have this beautiful conversation. You know that at the end of every single podcast, we talk about, we ask surprise questions. And Brittany always tells me I'm doing it wrong. Ma, you didn't say it right. Ma, nope, that wasn't the right question. But I'm saying it my way, Brittany. So Audrey, I have a question for you. If you were to write a movie, what would the name of the movie be?
I try to be dainty.
I love it. There's got to be a story behind that. There's got to be a story behind that. Okay, that's the name of the movie. All right, I try to be dainty. Okay. We'll get into that when we go to lunch.
Yes, we will.
No, when we have our spa day. We need a spa day.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love our spa day.
It is a spa time, girl. Soon. Yeah. Okay, so who would play you? What actress, actor, I don't care who they are, but I guess somebody that everybody knows in the star world, or not. Who would play you?
There is a sister that I love the minute I her. Her name is Phyllis Stickney. She's a comedian, and she's a sister like myself. Yes, with a big booty like myself, and I just love her swag. I just love her. So if a movie were to be made about me, I would insist that she plays my role.
And what's her Phyllis what?
Phyllis Stickney. She spells it like stick and then N-E-Y, I believe.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Stickney. She's a comedian.
Did you say she has a big boot? Did you say she has a big booty like yours?
Yes, she has a big booty like me.
No,
Yeah.
you didn't. Okay.
Yes, I did.
And I love it. I don't think it's bigger than mine.
No, yeah, I think you beat, but I embrace the booty. I embrace the
I embrace the booty. We all got to embrace the booty. I'm not trying to cover up the booty. Embrace the booty. All right.
Embrace the booty.
Embrace the booty. The booty is good.
Yes.
So then people pay a lot of money for the booty. I mean, we could be going into a different territory. But anyway, we got to keep this PG something. Sorry. So the next question would be, if you were to be alone on a deserted island and you could only choose one person, and this is going to be forever. So this is the only person who could be with you. This sounds kind of sad. I might have to change this because it's making me very depressed. But anyway, if you were on a deserted island with one person, maybe you could get off of the island. Maybe they could help you get off. I'm changing the way this question goes in the end. Brittany's going to be mad, but I don't care. So one person, who would that person be? Cannot be a relative of yours. Can't be anybody who's related. No family member. Who would that person? Who would you choose?
I would choose Sister Harriet Tubman because
Harriet.
Yeah, she has been my hero for
Strong
forever.
Woman. Can do anything.
Yes, she would get us off the island in 2
Yup.
seconds flat. Miss Underground Railroad.
You got that right.
Ushered 300 plus slaves, enslaved people too. Oh yeah, she can handle the island, no problem.
You know what? I am with you on that. And what a great answer. All of your answers are absolutely spectacular. Brittany's going to be like, Ma, they couldn't get off the island. They were in a hole, a rabbit hole. No, they weren't in a rabbit hole, Brittany. They were on a deserted island that they could get off at some point, because it gave me claustrophobia thinking about that.
Oh my goodness.
But Audrey, this has been absolutely magnificent. Thank you.
What fun. And Lisa, I have to thank you not only for the opportunity to talk with you and share my goddess mission with the world, but as a member of the Association of Women Inventors and Entrepreneurs, your creation, your baby. I have learned so much. You have been such an inspiration. Yeah. You have been such a mentor. Too. You have been such a light of possibility. And you have helped me to think bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So thank
Audrey.
you.
Thank you. Well, you know what? It's because of people like yourself who allow me to do this, because I love to love and I love to give, but I love giving people too. You know, love begats love, and that's you, Audrey. Love surrounding myself with people like yourself who are so bigger than life and just great in so many ways and so kind. And thank you for your incredible compliment. Thank you for being a part of AOE for so many years, and I can't believe how long. Can't even believe it. Again, how time flies. It's crazy. Yeah. And we have another conference coming up in February. Coming up in February.
Oh, I
and
can't wait.
Gonna make that announcement. But Audrey, again, thank you. Thank you. I love you so much. And I want everybody to just follow you and just register for these incredible classes that you have. And can't wait to have you back. And I can't wait to hug you in real life.
Yes, I miss your hugs. Your hugs are the best.
I miss your hugs too. Your hugs too, Audrey.
You hug the soul. You hug the person's soul. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. And Audrey, again, listen, guys, it's been amazing having Audrey Davis-Dunning, Get Your Goddess, on the Inventress podcast. What a blessing for me. Audrey, sweetheart, you keep on doing what you're doing. And I'll be at everything. You know that. Everything you do.
Appreciate your presence there, because you bring bring insight and energy and light everywhere you go. So it's a blessing on top of a blessing on top of a blessing.
Thank you, my love. You keep on doing it, girl. I love you and can't wait to see you next time. Peace, sweetheart. God bless. Okay, bye-bye. So that was Audrey Davis-Dunning. What an incredible interview. She's always so amazing. So that wraps up our evening. Audrey Davis-Dunning, Get Your Goddess. Listen, guys, always a pleasure having you come back. If you have questions for me, please never hesitate to email me, info@inventingatoz.com. That's info@inventingatoz.com. And just keep on sending the incredible emails that you send, and just do what you do. Keep on lifting each other up, 2 hands at a time, and sometimes you just have got to use your foot. Until next time, peace.